Hello, Cruisin' Croppers! I'm so excited that you have purchased our Cruisin' Crop Passport Kit. I hope that you have a great time making it. I'm going to explain some of the basics. First, here's a little photo of the supplies that I used, including some inks, crocodile, ruler, paper trimmer, some things to decorate your holes, and of course adhesive, and you can definitely add in some washi. Here are the basic sizes of your front and back cover, along with the 3 sizes you'll need to cut your chipboard pieces. Pay careful attention to the direction of your paper each time you cut. I chose to add some score tape around the edge to secure the edges even better. You can use some wet glue instead if you prefer. I recommend using a good wet glue to adhere your chipboard pieces. The score tape acts as a nice guide of where to glue down your pieces. Now you will see I added this 1/4 inch score tape in between, but I later pick up my pieces because this is too much space based on our cuts. So you can do a couple things. You can make one of your middle chipboard piece smaller, more narrow, and do this method. Or you can make a smaller gap between the left, right, and center pieces. Really, you just need about an 1/8 of an inch instead of a 1/4 inch to make this work. Because as you see, once I glue this piece down, it goes all the way to the edge. So my measurement was just a little bit too off with the score tape in the middle. So you can ignore the score tape in the middle if you don't want to do that method, or maybe just use the 1/8 of an inch and it should work. You'll want to make sure that your pieces are nice and straight, and the lines on this paper certainly help. So here you can see about an 1/8 of an inch, just a pinch works so that the paper does fold around. Now we're going to miter our corners. If you have a tool for this, great. If not, you can just wing it and just make sure there's a little bit of gap between the corner of the chipboard and where you cut. If you cut right at the corner, it's not going to fold around properly. So just the slightest bit of corner left there will make it work nicely. Now remove your score tape. I added some wet glue to make sure it's really good. Just an extra step, but it did take a little bit longer to dry. My score tape's not the greatest, so if you do have good score tape, then you may not need to add wet adhesive. I'll speed up the video a little bit here. You get the idea. You just want to fold over each side. And I did add score tape to the top and the bottom as well. Here I'm trusting the score tape without additional adhesive because that was pretty messy. It's time to add on your inside cover, but before you glue this down, you want to be sure to ink the edges. Spend a few minutes just making sure your book opens and closes well. Press in all of those edges, making sure everything lines up straight. Some things can shift until you get your perfect little passport book. Now it's time to punch the hole for your binder ring. It's about 1/2 inch down and centered on your back part of your book. I recommend using a crocodile to punch this hole, the larger hole. And then we're gonna put the brad in with the pretty side of the brad facing the back of the book. You got one of these brads. It may be a different color than the one I'm using, but I thought they all looked good with the book, so there's no wrong choice. Now it's time to prep all of our inserts, and these are the pages that I ended up fussy cutting so that I had lots of tags and embellishments. So once you get those cut, just be sure to ink the edges if that's the look you're going for. I did use 3 different colors to ink the edges of all the different inserts, a blue, a pink, and a green. I thought that gave it some nice interest. So you can punch the holes in these tags and insert them as pages. And then kind of use these however you want to decorate. You want to cut out your passport inserts and your photo page there at the top, and then the one with the logo will go on the front page, front cover. And here I inked the edges of all of the inserts as well, using my 3 different colors. You have all these different fun embellishments, so ink the ones you like, and you will have quite a bit left over even after you decorate it. And I encourage you to decorate it however you'd like. I do show you my examples to give you some inspiration, but you are not married to that design. We look forward to seeing how you are creative in your work. You'll need to cut 12 of these pages and just be very aware of the direction of the paper. I'm sorry, not 12, 20. So it'll be 10 double-sided pages. You're going to glue them back to back because this is only a one-sided paper. So for designs like this one, you can really only get one out of the page so that your design is correct. And here's how I paired everything up. Again, you don't have to do the same exact thing. I'm going to go ahead and start gluing together my pieces. Again, you may want to ink them. You could ink these before or after you glue them together. I tried to choose one paper that the pattern didn't matter which direction it was going and one that it did, so that would make it easier to insert it into my book and punch the holes as necessary. So just get those all lined up and glued, set them aside. Don't forget to ink the edges. When gluing down your passport inserts, you will want to put them a little bit more towards the bottom to allow room for your hole punch. Again, just right in the middle, about 2 inches in, about a 1/2 inch down. And you can set your crocodile to the perfect depth, and that'll make it easy to make them all the same distance from the top. I love using up every piece of the paper, so don't forget you can use these tab portions underneath a lot of your work. You can hide that hole pretty easily when you put one of the passport inserts over top of it. So keep that in mind when you're taking apart your book. You can save those for decorations, and you can also decorate your holes. Here I have a little hole punch that goes around a hole, or if you have any like Elizabeth Craft punches, any of those cute reinforcers that you can color, definitely use those. That really adds to the book. So here I'm going to flip through my book, and again, you don't have to do it just like I did, but it's here for your inspiration. And then we do have still photos available for download on our website. The pictures of each page are not included in your kit, but like I said, you can go to cruiseandcrop.com/passport and download and print out color copies of each page inspiration. The photos are also included at the end of this video. Don't forget to include a picture of you for the inside of your passport and take note of all your loyalty numbers. Thank you again for purchasing the Cruise and Crop Passport Kit. We hope that you enjoy making it. And don't forget to post a picture of you with your passport and hashtag Cruise and Crop Passport for a chance to win a prize at the end of each year. This should be done on Instagram. Again, the hashtag is Cruise and Crop Passport, and we look forward to seeing your designs. And as a reminder, each time you go on a Cruise and Crop cruise, your host will have your sticker. So be sure to ask your host for your Cruise and Crop Passport sticker. They should be passing them out to everyone, but it's always good to give them a reminder.